The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
And good morning, everyone. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jesup 105.5 on your FM dial. It is a Tuesday morning, the 26th day of November. It's now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Nips Car Wash, located on Highway 301 South, just past McDonald's on the left-hand side, and by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup. Morning, Bob.
Morning.
You know, got all your Georgia Bulldog. That's a nice-looking Georgia Bulldog top right there.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Looking good. Got the red top there with the, is that the gray stripe? Does it go all the way down or just go across the middle there? Yeah, it goes all the way down. Got your Georgia Bulldog hat on. Getting ready for the big Georgia Tech game. You're right, Bob. You never say it the opposite way. Even though we'll be carrying the game on AM 1370 because we carry Georgia Tech. And but there's no way in the world you're going to get me to say opposite. It's always the Georgia Tech game. Right?
Exactly.
And it should be decent weather up there, so all the folks going to the game should have decent weather up there. I checked the Atlanta weather for Saturday, and that's a noon a kickoff. So if you're leaving from down here in South Georgia, you're going to have to leave early.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have the world-famous Butch and Bob Show this morning, and we've got guests here in the studio. It's Chamber of Commerce. Got Sharon Corson.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Alan Volske.
That's good. Thank you.
Did I get it right?
You did. Good morning. That's the top five best pronounced.
Top five. Okay. All right. Well, Sharon, y'all are here this morning to talk about the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas parade coming up on December 7th. Let's learn all about
That's
it.
right.
The latest details, hot off the press.
Well, the Christmas parade this year is called Christmas on the Silver Screen because we're doing movie themes. I think Alan actually came up with that idea.
Wow.
It wasn't hard.
It wasn't. Alan's just full of good ideas.
That's right. So our lineup is at 5:30, and the parade begins at 7. The entry rate is going to be $50 for members, $60 for non-members, and the application deadline is 12 noon on Tuesday, December 3rd.
Okay.
That part's really important. You know, we've got Thanksgiving between us and that deadline. But, folks, if you're going to be in a parade, we need to get your applications in by 12 noon on Tuesday, December 3rd.
All right. Next Tuesday, last date to get your entry into the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Always a fantastic parade. Looking good. It's at night. Lots of lights.
I think this year, Thanksgiving being late and being this week's kind of got people busy thinking about Thanksgiving and not really focusing on how quick the parade's coming up. But we just wanted to remind everybody to go ahead and get those entries in. So the reason we get them in so early is we have to do the lineup.
Yeah, you got to do the lineup, and there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that goes in just on the logistics of that day. Not talking about the months leading up to it.
Exactly.
And so, why does the Christmas parade have to be on the same night as the SEC championship game? Well, the Christmas parade has been on the first Saturday in December, way before there was an SEC championship game. So why did they put the SEC championship game on the day of the Wayne County Christmas parade? That's the question right there.
Talking about.
That's right. We were here first. We had that date first.
That's right.
So just record it, folks, and play it back, or like a lot of us around.
And don't talk to anybody before you get home.
Yeah,
to
and
watch.
you just keep up with it. You look at your phone. In case of you just keep up with it like that. Georgia versus probably LSU, Bob, right?
It is LSU.
It is LSU. All right, Georgia LSU. Ought to be a great game.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Okay.
We'll have our phones with us, too. So if you have Hulu or some of those other things, you can watch the game while you're...
watch the game, look at the parade.
Look
Watch
at
the
the
game,
parade,
look at
there
the
you
parade.
go.
Now, just don't
That's right.
walk out into the parade.
Don't walk and
Please stay on
walk.
the sidewalk if you're watching
please
the
don't
game.
walk and text or look at your phone. You hear stories about that of, what were they thinking, and they've, walked off this and he ran into this and stuff like
we
that.
don't want any what were they?
Yeah, we don't want that. But we have the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade coming up. Always a great parade. Thousands of people lining the streets of Cherry Street and all the way down South First Street to Tai Street. Just a great parade and a great way for businesses, churches, organizations, charities, you name it. Anybody out there who wants a lot of eyeballs on what their business is, this is a chance to be able to get that done during the Jesup, the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade.
Man, it's a great way to celebrate the Christmas season. As everyone knows, there's been some really great Christmas stories and movies and shows that come on each year to remind us of how special Christmas is. So that's why the Christmas on the Silver Screen is going to be a great theme. We're really excited to see what the floats are going to look like.
Yeah. And that question a second ago was somebody text that in. At 912-427-3711. Somebody text in, why is the Christmas parade on the same weekend as the SEC championship game? All I did was read it off the screen. People can always text in questions or comments during the world famous Butch and Bob Show or at any other time at a regular business line. It's text enabled at 912-427-3711.
You know, every year we try to come up with a theme that will make it easy for people to be able to be creative with their floats. So we're really hoping that people just get out there and make it, you know, there's so many Christmas movies that they can go with. So we're hoping this year will make it easy for them to come up with their theme and get excited about it and really make their float special.
Okay. Alan, somebody just texted in. You know, I know you got more information there, but somebody just said that apparently they must know you pretty well. Alan is a huge Georgia Bulldog fan.
Oh, that could be debated. I'm a private Georgia Bulldog fan.
You're a private, huh?
Publicly and for real, I'm a Georgia Southern fan.
Well, so am I. Both of my sons went to Georgia Southern. We carry the Georgia Southern football games on right here on 105.5 FM. We'll have their final game of the season, regular season, this Saturday, taking on the in-state rival there, Georgia State, at Paulson Stadium up in Statesboro. Our game will begin with the pregame at 4 o'clock. Kickoff is at 6 Saturday right here on 105.5 FM.
Georgia State, affectionately known as the other GSU.
Yeah, the other GSU. You know, Bob, we had somebody the other day on the show talking about how different and weird. I don't know exactly what their word was, the way that the seating is in Georgia State. Their stadium there, which is the former Turner Field, former Olympic Stadium. And because of the way it was you ought to see that thing. I saw it online. And it is different. You've never seen seating in a football stadium like you see there at Georgia State because they had to work around those seats that were for a baseball field and baseball park to make it into a football, and of course you can't completely refurbish it, so it is a little different. If you ever want to see the most unusual seating for a football stadium, look up Georgia State University's football stadium, which used to be Turner Field. All right, Alan, go ahead.
The awards that we're going to give away for the Christmas on the Silver Screen Christmas Parade, the Mrs. Claus Award, it's going to be for the best use of the theme. That's going to be an exciting one. The Rudolph Award is for the best use of lights because it's at night. I tell you what, it's a beautiful parade at night with all the lights. The Elf Award is the most creative or original float or presentation. The Frosty Award is the most entertaining presentation. And the Santa Award is the best overall, which the Santa Award comes with a $1,000 cash prize.
A good deal there.
So that's a pretty good investment if you can win that one. And all the winners will receive a framed certificate picture on the social media and newspaper. And also they'll get a free parade entry for next year. So
all the winners.
That comes with some great benefits there if you can step up and win one of those 5 awards. Also, our sponsors, of course, our host sponsor is Kitchen Tune-Up. They do a great job. I think, what's this, their third year?
Third year. Matt and all them at Kitchen Tune-Up, next to Sears, Kitchen Tune-Up is the premier sponsor on there.
They do a great job, and we really appreciate their contributions. The Main Street stage sponsor is Marshland Credit Union. The First Street stage sponsor is going to be the Connor Law Group. I believe that's their second year doing it. Our gold sponsors are Rayonier Advanced Materials.
Is Mike going to dress up as an elf again this year?
It's possible.
Connor may do that. Dress up as an. Is he going to do that, Sharon? I've heard
haven't
rumors that
heard,
Mike Connor may dress up as an elf this year and be on stage at the stage he sponsors there next to the Chamber of Commerce.
No,
That sounds like a
Mike
request.
Connor isn't. Mike Long is, but
Mike Long might, yeah. You know, he affectionately refers to me as his elf because I'm always working.
Now, yeah, Mike
that
Long is
stage.
on the main stage down there, but I thought that maybe Connor would, support his own stage that he's sponsoring there.
He may very well be there.
Yes,
So
sir.
come out that
no
night
pressure
and
on you
see.
there, Mike.
That's right. That's right.
Mike
Where'd you
Long
get
is
to?
always very entertaining on the stage on Cherry Street in downtown Jesup. But go ahead with those sponsors.
I'm going to go with the silvers.
Go.
Silvers. All right,
Silver
Sharon.
sponsors. That's Republic Services, Interstate Credit Union. And then we have bronze, All Seasons Music Store, Boykin Steel and Crane, the City of Jesup, Country Financial, Sean O'Quinn, Daybreak Installation Incorporated, Georgia Power, Jesup Housing Outlet, Leah Lewis PC, Lewis Septic Services, Nine Run Farms, State Farm, Robin Eubanks, and Wayne County Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
And the gold sponsor, I don't know if we got those.
You didn't.
They're Rayonier Advanced Materials and also the Wayne County Industrial Development Authority.
All right.
We appreciate all their sponsorships. If you notice, we see those folks a lot, and they're very involved in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And you see those same sponsors over and over again throughout the year with different events. And we really want to thank them for their support and their service to the community.
You know, a lot of the local businesses help out with stuff, like Bob mentioned the local news this morning. But it's good to see the industry involved in helping support the community, like Rayonier and Georgia Power and companies like that.
And they can still sponsor up till this Friday. That's the deadline for sponsorship, November 29th. And if you'd like to sponsor, contact the Chamber at 427-2028.
Okay. All right. So deadline for entry into the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade is
December 3rd,
that's
12
next
noon.
Tuesday. Okay, next Tuesday. The parade itself is when?
December 7th at 7 p.m.
At 7 p.m.
Lineup will start at 5:30.
Okay, and go right down West Cherry Street up to First Street. Take a left there and go down South First Street all the way to Tai.
That's right.
And for Kirby Smart and Jake Fromm and all the Georgia Bulldog fans, because they'll be busy during that period, they can watch the parade December 15th at 2 p.m. on WTOC. So,
December 15th, huh? Now, we're going to be
15th at 2.
Yeah, we're going to be broadcasting the parade live right here on 105.5 FM, and we'll have our broadcast equipment tied up to the mics on the stage. So it'll be Mike Long, and who's going to be his guest?
Jeff.
Jeff Chandler, yeah.
Jeff Chandler and
that
Mike
is a
Long.
show in
That's a
itself.
show right there.
Yes, it
sir.
is.
People would pay just to go see them too.
Exactly.
Perform.
Now
And-
you know why I work first stage. So
Yeah.
I can listen to that all night.
We'll have video of it live as well.
Yeah, and then, right, and as Jonathan just said, not only will we be broadcasting it live here on 105.5 FM, we'll also have our social media director there, and we'll be broadcasting the parade live on BigDogCountry.com, as we have for the past about 3 years. So
That's
you just go to
awesome.
BigDogCountry.com, click on live stream, and starting at 7 o'clock, you'll be able to see and hear and see the parade on BigDogCountry.com for all the
That's
folks who
great.
cannot make it. Or the folks that maybe at one end of the parade want to see what's coming up, or whatever the case may be.
This is true.
And the judges will still be on the downtown,
Cherry
on
Street stage,
Cherry
yes.
Street there. And our judges are all from out of town and non-biased, aren't they?
Always.
Always. and we will know the winners of the different categories how long after the parade? Do we know?
Dina didn't tell us.
She didn't tell you? Yeah. Usually go back to the office there and start figuring, adding. And
Dina, if you're
But
listening.
I think Dina will be
Call
here
in.
next week, so there's your answer.
There's
You'll
the
get
answer
that
right
answer to
there.
that question
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have the winners on our local newscast on that Monday morning, that 7th, 8th, 9th. The 9th on the local newscast. Bob will have that. But it's always a great event. The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade, December 7th at 7 p.m. in downtown Jesup. Deadline for entries is next Tuesday. And folks, get your entries in. It's interesting on that Friday before, you see people with their SUVs and pickups backed up there, especially in the shopping center there on the left-hand side there where
Goodies
is at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other places
And now,
along there.
There is handicap parking there. I will say that because I'm part of the logistics team.
Okay.
We always put some handicap parking signs in that Goodies parking lot so that they can actually park there and have some handicap availability.
Okay.
So
Dina just text in.
All
Good
right.
morning, Dina. They will come in on the world famous Butch and Bob Show on Monday morning and announce the winners.
okay,
Okay.
sounds
That's
good.
right. She said, we will announce the winners on Monday, December 9th. I forgot about that tradition. Sorry, Dina. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, they do. Dina, and they come in on the Monday morning after the parade, and that's when everybody finds out for the first time. They keep it secret all day
That's
Sunday.
right. Hey,
And then they
we're
come on the
good.
world famous Butch and Bob Show on Monday morning and announce the winners in those different 5 categories.
I tell you, it takes a lot to put together this parade. There's a lot of folks, and I want to thank all the volunteers and the chamber and board and the ambassadors for all the work they do that goes into making this parade successful.
Wow. You and Dina must have ESPN together.
We
What's
do.
that ESPN? Because she just texted in the same thing you just said. She says, please thank all our parade committee members and the volunteers. We cannot do without them.
We can. It looks like an anthill on Saturday morning, all the way up to the parade. So
Yeah.
a lot of hands.
And
Yep.
there's several of us that have been doing it for years, so we kind of have a system down. And
That's right. Usually, the system involves just listening to whatever Dina tells us to do.
That's right.
Well, you got to have somebody on top.
That's
Head
right.
person
You gotta
to
have
get
a good
things
leader.
done. That's right. That's right. So it's going to be a great event. Always is. I always look forward to going down there and broadcasting the parade. Dina and the gang down there has me a big book made up because I start broadcasting an hour. Let's see, the parade starts at 7. We'll start with our remote broadcast at 6. And I'll talk a little bit, and then Jonathan will play some Christmas music for about 3 songs, and I'll come back and talk a little bit, get everybody prepared for the parade. All you got to do is to listen to 105.5 FM beginning at 6, and you get kind of a preview of the parade and what's going on. And then we'll start with our live broadcast right here on 105.5 FM and the video live feed on BigDogCountry.com, and just click on live stream beginning at 7.
Getting excited.
Hopefully, we'll have some nice, cool weather like we're having today.
Yeah, be great.
And if that's the case, then I believe Rotary is going to be offering popcorn and hot chocolate out there this year.
Good.
That'll be
I
nice
always
to have
love
some
some hot
hot chocolate on a night like that.
That's right.
It's always good to have hot chocolate.
And then the nativity will be going on that Friday night, I know, and the lighting of the Christmas tree downtown will be Friday night.
Friday
so
night, yeah. Friday night.
We'll have a full weekend of Christmas.
Yes, sir. Lots going on here in Jesup and Wayne County as usual.
That's
then, of
right.
course, Scriven having their Christmas in the park the following Thursday after that. And so it's just going to be a great time here in Jesup and Wayne County.
It sure is.
I'm
And-
starting mine off Saturday. I'm going to the boat parade in Savannah.
The boat parade.
Yes.
They have a boat parade?
They have a boat parade.
So what, do you stand there at River Street and look out and the parade
Yeah.
comes by in boats?
Yeah.
And they're all
Or the West, and you can stand on either side.
side of
That's
the
where
West
it
End?
starts. It's from
Yeah.
the West.
Yeah, I guess
End.
at night and they're all lit up, or it's
Yeah.
daytime?
Yeah, it's lit up. It's at night. Yeah.
It's at night?
Yeah.
And that's when?
Saturday night.
Saturday. Wow. Cool. All right.
I love Christmas. I had to get
You do?
started early.
You love Christmas, huh? Yeah.
It's my favorite holiday.
It's great.
You would think it'd be Valentine's Day, but it's not.
Why would I think it'd be Valentine's Day?
Well, I don't know. You might have forgotten.
All right. Bob, questions, comments for our guests this morning, Sharon Corson and Alan Volskay? No? Nothing at all? Not a thing? All right. Do y'all have anything else that y'all want to inform our listeners about this morning? Sharon, Alan?
We just look forward to seeing you on December 7th, 7 p.m. out there on
Can't
the
wait to see these floats.
Cherry and Main Street, or First
Yeah.
Street, I mean.
I'm always amazed at all the different, the amount of talent, creative talent we have here in Wayne County. And, of course, the DDA has the Deck the Downtown with the theme, the first year of that, with snowmen. So
That's
like
right.
we had scarecrows among us, businesses, individuals, organizations can make up snowmen and have them put up in downtown Jesup. And they've been on the air talking about it, and they'll be back on next week to talk more about that.
Okay.
Deck the
Can't wait to
downtown.
see 'em.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a most wonderful day. We look
Thank
forward to
you.
having
You too.
whoever's coming in next week to give us the final details on the parade. All right?
All right.
All right. Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. More of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a minute.
Can you find it? The Georgia Dermatology WIFO-FM Big Dog Country Cash Can. Imagine, if you will, a specially marked can hidden in Wayne County, Georgia, worth $1,055. Your mission, should you decide to accept it, find the cash can. Clues to the can's location will be read Monday through Friday live on WIFO at 7:10 a.m., 12:50 p.m., 3:03 p.m., and 5:50 p.m. Shortly after 5 p.m. on Friday, the clues will be posted online at BigDogCountry.com.
No purchase necessary. You must be 18 to claim the prize. Complete rules online at BigDogCountry.com.
The Georgia Dermatology WIFO-FM Big Dog Country Cash Can. This promo will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Clues begin Monday, December 2nd.
105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. We continue on with the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Do want to let everyone know that just after 8:30, around 8:35 to 8:40, I'm going to give away 2 certificates for 4 people to go to Wild Adventures this Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So 2 people will win 4 free passes to Wild Adventures, and I'll do that right around 8:35 in that area. And then around 8:50, I'm going to give away some free tickets to the Georgia Tech game that'll be held this Saturday in Atlanta at Bobby Dodd Stadium, kickoff at 12 noon. And that should be an interesting game. I mean, how many points is Georgia favored by?
I think it's 26, something like that.
26
I
points.
think it's almost 4 touchdowns.
Wow. Jeez.
It's not going to be much of a game. Texas had a terrible year.
Yeah, they have. You know, the new coach this year and trying to get the talent that was there and moved over to his system. You know,
They've had a few games where they played well and surprised some teams, but for the most part, they've been pretty dismal. So I don't think it's going to be much of a game.
okay.
Starts at 12, we'll be over by 12:10. Georgia, get ready for that.
All right. Is the SEC championship game being held in Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
Yeah, in the stadium.
In the stadium right there where the Falcons play.
Home game for Georgia against LSU. No one's giving Georgia a chance. It's funny, listening to all these talk shows. They're just assuming that Georgia's going to get beat.
They're just assuming that.
What happens when you assume?
Yep.
I promise you, Georgia's going to win that game, be in the Final Four. Going to be a great year.
All right. We did have somebody text in, ask Sharon if she has some news to share. I don't know. She's already gone, so I can't ask her. But I did want to not ignore that text. It said, ask Sharon if she has some news to share. And I can't ask her because she's already gone. So I just didn't want to ignore that text, and people think I was ignoring them. But that'll be a great game. Now, who is the team that beat us this past Friday night by only 8 points? Clark Central. Who are they playing this week?
They play Warner Robins.
Warner Robins.
At Warner Robins.
Okay. And I know that the Georgia High School Association's had tons of letters, phone calls, text messages, emails, local elected officials calling the Georgia High School Association, trying to get us so we don't have to be in the region that they put us in for next year. Doesn't look like that's going to get changed, or have you heard any other information?
Talked to Jay yesterday. We have one final appeal to the committee, but they haven't given a date on when that appeal is going to be. But I doubt they're going to change it. They change it, then they'll be changing everything. So
yeah,
I don't need it. They denied it already once. So, I mean, I'm not keeping my fingers crossed. So it looks pretty much like it's going to be a 1-5A region with us, Ware, Coffee, Veterans, and Warner Robins next year. Does
the Georgia High School Association know that that the political situation in Atlanta, because of these elected officials, the House of the representatives and the senators get voted on by all of us, and many towns and counties in the state are very upset at where they're put in. And so there's a lot of political pressure there for the General Assembly to do something about making these student athletes ride 2.5 to 3 hours for ball games, because we're not talking about just football, folks. It's all it's a football, basketball, baseball, track, soccer, all those sports. Some of those teams like basketball and soccer, they play a lot of games, and that's a lot of traveling when you've got to go that far.
A lot of travel, a lot of expense, just makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all.
But unfortunately, it's been going on for years. That's why there's a push by several in the General Assembly to just make a motion to do away with GHSA altogether.
Yeah, so they don't seem like to have the interest of the local communities at heart.
That's about where I'm at this point. Just get the governor, lieutenant governor, and talk to the lieutenant governor when he was in Scriven Thursday. Made my feelings known. Talked to Blake Tillery. So that's the best option in January. Just get a motion on the floor, abolish the GHSA, and go from there.
All right. Well, Bob, we're just about out of time here. Any other final comments this morning?
Nope. Ready for the holidays. Wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Okay. Have a good day. All right. The world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup. Murphy Builder Supply, where the builders buy, right down from the big red caboose there, and by Nips Car Wash, located on Highway 301 South. We all want a clean car, truck, or SUV for the holidays, Thanksgiving holidays. So just going down there on 301 South, past McDonald's, and around the left-hand side, you'll find Nips Car Wash.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.